Hey, this is Alex from EQT, here to go over our new drivetrain mounts for the MQB platform. Here we have our engine mount. The construction is a CNC billet aluminum with polyurethane inserts. Currently, the polyurethane inserts are offered at a 70A durometer. One thing to note is that they are pre-assembled in-house and torqued with Loctite for this bolt, so please don't uninstall it. Each kit will come with a quick reference guide that shows the positions of each bolt as well as the torque specs, and each bolt is then labeled to help with installation. The transmission side is very much like the engine side, with the same construction and the same quick reference and bolts. Please be sure to use the new bolt hardware because they are torque to yield. Here we have the Dogbone insert. It is a polyurethane insert with a sleeve and a backing plate, as well as the new hardware. It again is offered in the same durometer as the mount, which is 70A. We do intend to release different durometer inserts for varying use cases.
Okay, so first we're going to start our installation process with the removal of the washer reservoir. This is only found on the Type Rs and S3s. Be a 10mm bolt. And just pull up. Next is the coolant reservoir connectors. Push in the tabs and pull up. Remove the fuel lines. There we go. Got it. And just get this out of the way. All right, so next we will be removing the old engine mount. In order to do so, you'll want to support the engine from underneath and using a floor jack. We have a lift, so I've already removed the belly pan, which is T25s and T45 screws, and put a jack underneath it to support the engine, and set the engine on top of it using the lift. But next, going to remove the 13mm, 16mm, and the two 18s to pull the old engine mount out. One, two, and four. Let's pull it out. Next, we will be installing the new engine mount. Just put that in like so. New hardware. At this point, you might notice you need to raise the engine or lower the engine a little, depending on how much of a gap you have in between. So now just manipulate the engine as needed and the mount as needed to tighten these bolts down. Then torque them to spec. 18s are going to be 60 newtons plus 90. 16s are going to be 40 newtons plus 90. Don't forget to put your last bolt in here. And that one will be torqued to 20 newtons. Now that everything's torqued to spec, it's just reverse. Put the reservoir back on. Install the washer reservoir. All right, we will now start on the transmission side. First, we got to remove the battery before anything else. 13mm for the bracket. So next we will remove the battery tray, 10mm bolts and one nut, and also remove any plastic clips that attach the cables to the battery tray. I would also like to point out that if your factory airbox and intake is still installed in the vehicle, that will have to be removed first, and that also the vent for the transmission will have to be removed as well. Next, we will remove the ECU, two connectors, two, and thank you. Next, remove the ECU bracket, two 10mm nuts, next up, we gotta separate this from the body, not completely remove it, but it's held in by the plastic clips on the bottom, so you're gonna need a pry bar of some type or a pry tool. Help kind of get that up. There we go. At this point in time, you want to make sure you have your transmission supported from the bottom using a floor jack. And in this case, we have a lift, so we'll be using that instead. But you're going to want to remove the 4 bolts on the side, 2 here, and the 3 up here. One, 2, there it is. Now it's just going to be a hand one. Next up are going to be 3 18s. And then up and out the bracket should go. One thing you want to pay attention to is these guys. They might get caught up as you try to remove it. Okay, now with the old mount removed, we can install the new one. Battery hold downs. Just like the old one, just pay attention to the locating tabs. Install the new hardware. And then tighten all those down. Oops. Having the correct socket might help. After you get the hardware in, you want to torque them down, same torque spec as the other side. 60 plus 90 for the 18 millimeter hex and 40 newton meters, that is, plus 90 for the last 4. Good and tight. So now after you get your bolts tight, just like the other side, we just put everything back together. Put the plastic cover back on, clipping it back into place. Bracket for your ECU. Now we will install the battery tray. So after your battery tray is installed, then all you need to do is install your battery.
And we will now install our Dogbone insert. First, you need to get underneath the vehicle, so lift it properly and secure it. We're going to remove our bolt in the middle, which is going to be a 21 millimeter. You're going to need a thin wall socket. The engine's going to move just a little bit, but that's okay. Take your new insert. Little forks pointing towards the front. I'm going to shove it into the crevice. It's going to help stiffen it up. A little grease if needed. Once you get your mount in there, we're going to put our spacer and our washer. To install the insert, you may have to remove your dog bone, so just keep that in mind if it's fighting you too much. Spacer in there. A big washer. New bolt. Maybe you need to get somebody or a wrench, extension, something on the engine to help you get it into place and get this threaded in. Once you guys get your bolt in there and get it snug, tighten the bolt to 130 newtons plus 90 degrees. And after that, you'll be done.